Hi, my name is Pénélope.
And me, Camille.
Today we are going to interview France Legault.
France did a bachelor in teaching during 4 years at the University of Montreal.
She's presently an high school teacher. She teaches at the Collège Saint-Sacrement since 7 years in French.
So the interview will take place at the friend's house.
What motivated you to choose this career instead of another one?
I really like to share my knowledge with the others, and I really like to work with teenagers.
What are the disadvantages and advantage of your job?
Well, for the advantage, we have a lot of vacation, and also we have a nice schedule. I start at 9:30 in the morning, and I finish at 4:30. So that's a good schedule, and I have my all summer free. I can do whatever I want. So that's a lot of advantage. For the disadvantage, there is a lack of resources for kids that needs, and also. There's a lot of kids right now. I have 36 students by class, so that's a lot of students at the same time. So I think that right now that's the most disadvantage.
What are the best qualities you think are necessary for your job?
I think now you need to be really outgoing. You need to be a leader also, and you need to be really sure of who you are. Also, for now, I think you need to be good in communication, and also you need to be a good listener and good with ITC because we really use them a lot right now in class.
What is the importance of teamwork in your job?
We really need to work as a team because we all are working for the student, and we do all the evaluation in common, all the planning, all the teaching lessons. So we really need to work as a team in the same subject and also with all the other kids.
What do you do to manage the stressful situation at work?
Well, you need to stay calm at the first thing, and also you need to plan your thing well. Also, when it's a situation that just happened in class, you need to be able to be yourself and stand for what you really believe in. Like this, I think you will be more respected and be respectful with everyone.
How are the skills you learned at school useful in your career to discipline the students?
What you learn in school doesn't really help you to discipline the kids. You really need to learn what's important for you, and you really need to know yourself, to know what's your limit and what you will accept and what you won't accept in class. And you need to sometimes you react the way you react on the spot. So what you learn in school doesn't really help you when it's time to react.
What is the biggest difficulty for you to keep a good balance between private and professional life?
Well, sometimes you really need to work at home because there's a peak of correction that you need to do. So sometimes you need to be able to sit down after supper and to work on your things. And also it's hard sometimes to stop thinking about the kids and their personal issues or academic difficulties. So you really need to push that aside to be at home.
Do you project to continue this career until you retire?
I think I'll be a teacher until I don't have any more challenge and until I don't really like what I'm doing. I'm not passionate enough to continue to do that. At that point, I think I will be retired or I will change in doing other things about education.
Have you ever thought to become a principal?
I'm thinking about it, but right now my kids are still young, and I think I still have things to learn about. So I'm just trying to be in more project with all the principals, and I'm just trying to learn more about it. So, and also I need a second degree in university, so that would mean I need to go back to school. So those are projects I'm thinking about.
Thank you.
First of all, we at the beginning of the project we had a little problem because Penelope would like to go university in social work, but me I didn't know what to do in my future profession, so we decided to choose social work to do the English project.
So after we had to choose someone that we didn't know, it was more difficult than we thought at the beginning because we found no one who practiced this career, and because Camille Mothers know someone that we could interview in the profession of teaching, we decided to take this field of study. Both of us are presently in social science, and with these university programs, it's possible to go to university in the field of study of education.
So finally, we decide to choose the teaching profession because even if both of us didn't want to do it in our future life, we needed to choose a career as soon as possible for the English project.
To find an idea for the draft of the 20 question for the interviewee was very easy because the subject is very large and it concerned us directly, so it's very interesting.
But on the side, we realized after that we had to follow restrictions to do the questions.
Effectively, it is written clearly in the document that we have to include in our question word from the vocabulary list distributed in class. When we compared our question with the word, we realized with chance that we had a lot of them in our question.
Also, we realized that we had to use all the verb tense, but we didn't have any verb tense, only maybe 2 or 3. So at the last minute, we had to change it. And if we had read the instruction before, we probably do it better.
The interview was supposed to take place on Sunday, November 23, but the interviewee joined us to ask to Camille and I if it could take place on November 22 in the middle of the afternoon. Because it was better for France, of course we accept.
We received our questions Friday, November 21, but both of us were working this Friday night and the Saturday morning too. So we only had a few times before the interview to choose the questions that we would like to say in the interview and to prepare and to choose a good topic that we needed to introduce.
So during the interview, our pronunciation was not very great because we did not practice a lot before.
Because of the accelerations of the day of the interview, we had to do another video to introduce friends because we had not the time to do it before. During the interview, we had to ask some questions again because our interviewee was not satisfied of the answer that she gave.
So the video editing was more complicated than we thought because each question was cut individually. But we use the software Windows Movie Maker to make our video, and because it's a great software, the video editing was done quickly.
We think that it's possible to say that the fourth stage was the easiest part. How are the skills you learn at school useful in your career to discipline the students?
It's useful or useful.
How are the skills you learn at school useful in your Okay. We think that it's possible to say that the fourth part was the easiest part. We think that it's possible to say that the fourth stage is the easiest part.